Joel Meyerowitz is an American photographer and is often considered to be a pioneer in the world of color photography. As he says in his first published book, Cape Light, black and white expresses light as a matter of intensity. There is no meaning attached to it. He began shooting in 1962 with his 35mm film camera and has remained doing such. Today, his work can be seen in art galleries around the world or in one of his many published books of his compiled works. Meyerowitz often seeks the bright light of the sun to create sharp shadows on the faces and figures. The shadows allow for a strong contrast between colors that may otherwise be dulled by white light. Illuminated from behind, the man, with a rather humorously large belly, stands at the center of attention. His tan skin also complements the cool-colored background. The same properties and strategies continue to be used in many of his later photographs, such as this one from a trip to LA in 1974. Meyerowitz is particularly known for his ethically evaluated street photography, which, to me, captures the sense of Americana that we don't have anymore. Out of his car window, he casually snapshots a young woman dressed inappropriately for a ride on a motorized scooter, emphasized against the achromatic background. The photograph achieves a sense of freedom and carelessness that once was typical of the time. Here, at the corner of West 46th Street, he creates the perception of being part of the scene, being among the people. It's a picture that just won't sit still, just like the city itself. I question whether he strategically used the hard light projected by the sun to protect the identity of the passerbys. Perhaps a day he never expected, a mood he never planned to capture. Meyerowitz was the only photographer to have routine access to the devastating ruins that once were the Twin Towers. I think it is important to contrast the photos taken in his earlier years to those taken the day the world stood still. Emotionally charged, these photographs are atypically aesthetically evaluative. A welder wounded by an explosion of buried ammunition in the customs building, as the piece was described by Meyerowitz. The man is identified as Paul Pursley. Pursley's stature is interpretive, in which one might see his tough, battered exterior as numb to the devastation around him. However, at a closer look, the camera's flash reflected off a glint of tears in his eyes. His hardened facade may not be enough to disguise the horror he saw and the emotions he experienced while working on Ground Zero. From peaceful seascapes to a bustling city that will be forever changed, Joel Meyerowitz proved the photography world wrong during a period of resistance to color. His ability to capture these moments behind the lens of a film camera shows he has achieved a level of mastery.